the police were just in a chase with this car. It ran several red lights. It looks like we're eastbound on Memorial, probably from about Santa Fe. The police terminated the pursuit, but Air One's still following along here, so we'll follow along and see what happens.
James, if you can, give us their current location.
Hey, Kelly, it looks like we're eastbound on Memorial. We just went past Santa Fe. Coming up on, looks like Kelly. Well, we're just past Lincoln, coming up on Memorial and Kelly.
Coming up on the railroad tracks and then Broadway Extension. What would you say? It doesn't look like they're blazing along right
the
now.
Railroad tracks just to the west of Broadway Extension, coming up on Broadway Extension.
So you're saying the ground units have broken off the pursuit and Air One's staying on it?
Yeah, the ground unit's just kind of hanging back a little bit. Air One's following along here. I think they, once the helicopter got overhead, they turned it over to the police helicopter. It looks like we're fixing to go southbound here on Kelly, I think that is.
Yeah, he's on the access road is where he is right now. He's got nowhere to go at the moment.
Yeah. So he's going to come, let's see, the patrol cars, we're right behind him. There they are, coming in.
He's got to see that he's got nowhere to go here.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, look out.
Well, he is definitely wanting to get away, isn't he? So
yeah,
now
he's desperately wanting to get away.
He'll be looping around and getting on the Broadway Extension now.
He is. He's headed for the Broadway Extension.
And this is at Memorial Road, so he'll be southbound on Broadway from Memorial Road here in just a moment.
There he is. He's getting on Broadway Extension southbound. Again, the police officers they're not in hot pursuit here. They don't have their lights on, but the police helicopter's following along with this pursuit.
Now it looks like he's picking up a little speed. Highway speed there is 60 miles an hour. And fortunately, the good news is, James, as you well know, with all your years of experience in traffic in Oklahoma City, the rush hour traffic is mainly headed northbound at this point, not southbound in that location.
That's correct, and he's passing several cars here, so he's not driving slow by any means. And yeah, you're correct, Kelly. That traffic's going to be coming northbound out of the metro area into the Edmond area, and he's going to have some pretty open lanes going southbound.
So there he's passing under, I believe he's under the Kilpatrick Turnpike on the Broadway Extension, right, James?
Under the Kilpatrick, still southbound. And you know, we got that construction down there about 63rd Street, so he's gonna have to slow down a little bit down there. There's an officer kind of hanging back, you can see coming up into our picture down.
Well, he definitely knows he's being pursued after those two officers tried to box him in on the access road there on Broadway back around Memorial.
Yeah, that was a pretty unintentional maneuver trying to get away from the police there. Harry, he slowed down a little bit here, so it looks like the officers caught back up with him. Still southbound on Broadway, just went past 122nd.
Can you tell what kind of car he's driving, James? I can't, it's a sedan of some kind, but I couldn't make it out.
Yeah, it's, I couldn't tell really, Kelly. It looks like a little silver Toyota or Nissan, some type like that. Yeah, they're just following along here. This is, yeah, we're still southbound on Broadway Extension.
Coming up on Britton here in a moment?
Coming up on Hefner Road. He doesn't look like he's in a bigger hurry now.
Okay, so there he's going to be crossing over Hefner Road.
Yep, coming up on Hefner Road, still southbound on Broadway Extension. Oh, is he going to get off? Nope, still southbound. And again, we don't know why they're chasing him. I assume it just started with a traffic stop. We did see him run several red lights, and his speed was kind of high there in the congested traffic area. I'm sure that's why the police department decided to terminate the pursuit and let the helicopter stay overhead and follow him.
Escalated whatever charges he might be facing when he dodged two police cars back there at Memorial and the Broadway Extension.
Yeah, he just went probably from a misdemeanor traffic stop to some felony charges there when he tried to run over the police officers. Okay, we're coming up on Wilshire now. He's still southbound on Broadway Extension, passing Wilshire. I'm sorry, that may be Britton Road.
Yeah, Britton Road there. Now, there's the silver car that's running right with him. We've got 2 silver cars, and I believe, oh, he's in the second silver car.
Yeah, he's
There's
in
an
the little
SUV and for the
compact sedan, the little mini SUV. I'm not sure if he's trying to help the police officers by slowing him down or not here.
And I'm not sure about the guy in the black SUV to his right either. He's got his brake lights on. Are these
Yeah,
guys trying to squeeze him out there?
it looks like they may be trying to help the police officers here. We're fixing to find out. We're coming up on a
That's not a great
pretty,
idea. That's a
congested
way to,
shoulder here. Yeah, he's trying to get around them now.
That's not a great idea, folks. That's a way to get car damage, get someone run into you and get hurt.
Yeah, so we're southbound on Broadway, passing Wilshire now. Again, he's not really speeding along here. It's probably 70 miles an hour. And they're just kind of hanging back, letting the helicopter follow him here.
Well, he's not going to get away at
Threw out
this
some
rate.
stop sticks there, it looks like, Kelly.
Stop sticks? Where
I
they?
don't know if they got him with the stop sticks or not. They just threw out some stop sticks at him.
It looks like he's going to go I-44 here to the west.
Yeah, he's in the exit ramp here.
Oh,
He decided to go back southbound on Broadway.
baked him out.
235 here coming up.
A lot of construction down here, about a quarter of a mile.
It does. It gets a little congested right here. Traffic's still flowing pretty good through there right now, but it gets a little congested right in here. Still southbound. Yeah, he's just, he's not in a hurry, but he's disregarding the safety of the others around him for sure.
Well, and they're not trying to stop him right now. Might be interesting to see what happens if they did try to stop him. He might get in more of a hurry at that point.
Yeah, that's true. He's coming up on a congested area right now. We got a couple of semis and stuff slowing down traffic. We'll see what he does right here.
James Albertson, this is Amanda Taylor. Kelly Ogle is going to be making his way to the news studio. If you're just joining us live here on News 9, we are about to hit our 6 o'clock newscast, but we are following a chase. Police officers are trying to stop this silver sedan. James Albertson in Bob Mills Sky News 9 is above the scene. And James, is he exiting onto I-44 now?
Hey, Amanda, that's correct. He's getting off of the exit, but he's got a semi blocking his path here. Let's see what happens, what he does here. It's yeah, this is kind of a mess right here. He doesn't have nowhere to go right now. Looks like the semis will stop here. Police officers getting out of their cars. They may be taking him in custody here if he gives up.
Let's watch how this all unfolds.
Yeah, she's not stopping. They threw some stop sticks at her there. Yeah, going around the semi, getting back on I-44 eastbound. So unfortunately, the police officers got slowed down there too.
And so you said he's going I-44 eastbound now?
I-44 eastbound from I-235, coming up on the Lincoln exit. The police officers just following along again. Air One is kind of hanging out overhead, keeping this thing in order. They're not really in the pursuits per se. They terminated the pursuit. Air One's keeping an eye on it. But as you can see there, this person driving this car is just in a total disregard for the other people's safety around them.
So James, we first heard about this chase around the Memorial Santa Fe area. We have not heard on our end how this chase or why this chase started and why this driver is running from police. Have you heard any word on that on your end?
No, we haven't heard any word. We was just assuming that it started as a traffic stop and this person took off. And as you can see now, they're getting in a pretty high rate of speed right now, passing cars. The officers are really hanging back and letting Air One monitor this thing, but her speed is really getting dangerous right now.
Okay, you're watching a chase. This is happening on I-44 eastbound. They came all the way down the Broadway extension.
We're going to be coming up on... She's coming up on MLK here. Let's see if she takes this exit. She's really, her speed increased now, slowing way back down. So kind of erratic driving going on here.
How close is
Yeah, coming up on MLK. Let's see what she's going to continue east on I-44, it looks like.
Okay, so this driver does not want to stop. That semi tried to make the driver stop, and instead they just went around the semi and right onto I-44.
This car's been boxed in twice. Once by the police. She almost ran over or ran into the police cars, and then you see what happened back there with the semi. She just went around them. They've set out a couple of sets of stop sticks. I don't think they've been effective. I think she's managed to miss all of the stop sticks. Again, her speed is accelerating now. She's getting back up there to a high rate of speed.
James, I noticed
Coming up on the I-35 exchange, we'll see which direction she goes here.
you maybe got a better look at her than I did. I noticed you're calling her she. Did you get an ID that you believe that she's a woman driving that car there?
It appeared to be a female in there when Rich zoomed in. Yeah, it looks like she had a red top on. Yep, we're going to go northbound on I-44. On I-35, getting on I-35 northbound now. And her speed is, she's really trying to increase her speed here, but the traffic's slowing her down a little bit. There she goes. She may have a little bit more run at it now.
So back up now, going northbound on I-35. This is going to be going toward the Frontier City area, if you know where that theme park is, coming off of I-44.
That's correct, Amanda. She's northbound. Cars have got her slowed in, boxed in here. Coming up here on 63rd, still northbound.
This is a busy time of day. A lot of people are getting off work.
You know, and these people driving down the interstate here, they don't know what's going on. They just probably just wondering what this person is tailgating them so bad for. And then the police are hanging way back on this. It looks like we don't see any police cars in sight right now, so they may have just turned it over to Air One or terminated it completely. But we're still northbound on I-35. Approaching Britain here, it looks like, or Wilshire, I'm sorry, coming up on Wilshire.
And James, the Air One, the police helicopter, that is still up?
I'm sorry, say again, Amanda?
Sure, I was just asking that about Air One, the police helicopter. Is that still up following this person?
Yeah, we've seen the police helicopter still in the vicinity of it. We are, but the police cars are hanging way back. So these poor people driving home from work has this car just speeding past them, unaware of what's going on, and we still don't know the reason why she's not stopping.
So this driver's gone around two people trying to stop them, one person being a police officer. We saw them back up. Okay, we're getting a little bit closer look as Rich Kriegel, our photojournalist, zooms in on the driver, intent to get away because this driver whipped around police and then also went around a semi when the semi tried to stop this driver because the semi driver saw police in the area, and that did not stop them either. Going northbound on I-35.
Total disregard for all that. She's up. Still northbound here. We're passing Hefner Road now, still northbound, coming in the vicinity of Frontier City. So most people are familiar where that's at. That's what we're coming up on now. She is directly east of Frontier City now, still northbound on I-35.
If you know anybody that needs to be driving I-35 at this hour, you might want to give them a heads up. Just to be on alert because this driver is heading northbound I-35 around the Britain Hefner area, which is coming up on the Frontier City theme park.
Yeah, we're coming up on 122nd. We'll see what she does here. She changed lanes on us.
Something's flapping on the grill as well, James.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage to that vehicle, Kelly, and I don't know if that's something that's led to this pursuit or not. She has car parts hanging off as she's going northbound here on I-35, coming up on 122nd.
Speed limit through this area is 70.
Northbound on I-35. Yeah, you can see several parts of her car hanging off there and damaged. I don't think that was part of the pursuit. That may have been what happened. We may be dealing with a hit and run suspect here or something.
I want to let you know that you're watching News 9 at 6 o'clock. This is a police chase that started at Memorial around Western, in the Memorial and Western area about 20 minutes ago. And this driver has dodged stop sticks, dodged police officers trying to block her in, and went up the Broadway extension to I-44, and they're now around I-44, northbound I-35 into the Edmond area.
Yeah, we're still northbound, Kelly. She'll be past Memorial here shortly. We're Still continuing northbound here, looks like. And like you said, Kelly, she's been boxed in a couple of times. She's driven around a set of spike sticks. So police officers are just kind of hanging back, letting Air One monitor it. We're watching the helicopter follow along here, so we're just going to see what happens with this thing. But she has driven with total disregard for the other safeties around her. And at times it's been high speed, and at times it's been slow speed because she's been boxed in by traffic. But that's not stopping this person in his vehicles. They've driven around several cars, like you said, boxed in a couple of times. She's driven around that, gotten away, and here we are continuing northbound on I-35.
And there's no indication that these other vehicles around her have any idea that she is being pursued at this point. She's not really speeding. Most of the other vehicles around her are going faster. 70-mile-an-hour zone through there on I-35 as she comes up around 33rd Street, I believe, in Edmond. And I would assume that she can see Air One out of her driver's side window. I don't know where Air One is positioned, but if she can she see the officers behind her in the rearview mirror?
No, those officers are way back, Kelly, and I'm thinking she's probably thinking she's got away at this point. But she is continuing northbound and kind of driving normal now.
That's what I was wondering.
But the officers are kind of hanging way back. They've turned their emergency equipment off. Well, I'm sure she's got her window down. She can see us out of her window, and Air One's circling around here. So that's kind of,
it's odd.
She may think she's gotten away here. We'll see where she's going to.
Yeah, it's possible she could try to swing into a parking lot, park that vehicle, and get out of it.
Yeah, Air One still following along. They're just kind of...
James, audio, we lost it for just a moment there. Looks like they're at about 15th Street and I-35 in Edmond. You're back now, James.
Yeah, they're 15th and I-35. You're correct, Kelly. Still northbound here. Doesn't show any attempt to try to get off I-35. Still headed northbound. Like I said, Air One's is kind of hanging back, monitoring the situation. The officers have fell way back, turned off their emergency equipment. I don't even know if they're still following along here, but Air One's over top, just monitoring the situation.
She's almost making a U around the city. She was close to the Edmond area, near the Western Memorial area, ended up going to Santa Fe, and then ended up on the Broadway extension going southbound all the way down I-235, and then went to I-44, tried to get through there. In fact, she did, because she got around a semi who had tried to stop her, and then ended up going on I-44 eastbound, kind of toward the zoo area past MLK, and then circling back up northbound on I-35.
Now she's headed north up toward, on I-35, I think heading up toward Danforth on the north side of Edmond. Not going fast at all. Lots of people passing her. They have no idea, I don't believe, that she is being pursued by police as they pass her.
That's right, Kelly. She's just kind of, I hate to say, just like out for a Sunday drive, but now she's slowed way back. Normal traffic, still northbound on I-35. The police helicopter is following her out her right side. And as we look back, I can't see any police cars in traffic here.
Just crossed Danforth.
Yes, just crossing Danforth, still northbound I-35.
So we've been watching this silver, it looks like possibly a Honda Civic.
Maybe a Honda Civic. We're coming up on Koval. Let's see if she gets off here.
Coming up on Koval, on the
yes,
north
Koval,
side of Edmond.
Koval. Yep, getting off on Koval here.
Koval is a new busy area up there. It's got a big movie complex and several small fast food places. It's become a very busy corridor in the evenings.
She go get stopped out here at the stop sign. Let me see if we...
She may think she is out of the
We don't have any
woods.
police cars close by, but Air One's still over the scene.
She may think she's out of the woods there, James. You're exactly right. She'll know now.
Yeah, I think she thinks she's got away here. Air One is circling overhead now. I'm surely she'll see that out her window.
You see any approaching marked units coming up on her?
There is no marked units in sight. Looks like all the marked units just pulled back and let Air One handle it.
At one point, though, will they end up trying to get closer so they can get her, since Air One is up taking a look?
Air One, yeah, they're overseeing. They called Air One into pursuit, and once Air One got involved, the police officers turned off their emergency equipment, just kind of tagged along, threw out some stop sticks at her, had her boxed in a couple of times. She's got away. So she's got away from a couple of stop sticks, a couple of boxed in attempts, and looks like we're going back westbound on
Covell.
I think she's going to try to head westbound here on Covell.
And that's no bargain if you're trying to get away from police. Covell eventually will choke down into 2 lanes, and it's pretty slow going. It's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. It's kind of through a residential area here in just about another half mile. She'll be coming up on Sooner. I wouldn't be surprised if she ducked back north on Sooner, or tried to go back to or south on Sooner, or tried to go south back on I-35 again. But I'm not sure she really knows she's running from anyone at this point.
Yeah, I think you're correct, Kelly. She just obeying traffic laws and kind of stopping. Let's see, no, she just ran a stoplight here. Still westbound on Covell. Air One still overhead. And like you said, it gets pretty congested up here in a couple of miles. We'll see what happens.
Looks like she's going to go north on Sooner Road.
Yeah, it looks like we're fixing. She got her turn signal on here, north on Sooner Road from Covell.
And it immediately goes to 2-lane just when it gets past this new hotel and convention center.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma City's advised Edmond police of this pursuit now. But I still don't see any marked units around, just Air One overhead. Northbound on Sooner from Covell.
Now it's getting ready to choke down into just a 2-lane road.
That's correct. I'm looking ahead. I still don't see any marked units ahead or behind this vehicle, so I guess they left it all to Air One for now.
Well, this is a strange one. We are checking, our desk is checking to try to figure out why this person took off. What might have started as a traffic stop, we're still waiting to confirm that, in the Oklahoma City, kind of on the southern edge of Edmond area, near Memorial, Western, Santa Fe area. And that's where this driver then took off from police. And police have let the driver go, but then they've also gone to try to stop the driver, and the driver whipped around police and took off, and now back up in the Edmond area.
Sooner Road headed north toward, I believe, Coffee Creek is the next street.
Yeah, she's... Yeah. All right, she's northbound from Coffee Creek here, still on Sooner Road. Rich just pointed out she has a paper tag, so there's no way for the police to get that tag number and find out where she lives. So I guess Air One's just going to follow along here as long as they can.
This is would definitely qualify as a slow speed chase at this point. Not very dangerous, but very curious.
Very much so. Pretty bizarre as this started.
Very curious.
30 minutes
Air One
ago.
looks like he's trying to get her attention there, but she just still northbound on Sooner.
When will she
We're
stop?
approaching probably Sorghum Hill Road.
Yeah, Sorghum Mill's the next one. She's on Sooner northbound. We'll take a break.
But as soon as anything happens, we'll be cutting right back in. And we'll also bring this back to you live as soon as we're back from a very short break. Stay with us.
We get ready to help you get ready.
We're up before the sun to give you the latest on breaking news.
4 suspects are on the run.
We analyze the latest weather data so you won't get soaked.
Watch out for that heading out the door.
changed her
Yeah,
mind.
look-
And tell us where she is now, eastbound.
Amanda, it looks like we're going eastbound on Waterloo Road. Eastbound on Waterloo Road.
Coming up on
from
I-35. Next major cross street will be I-35. She'll have the option of going north or south there.
Yeah, we're westbound on
Oh, we're
Waterloo
westbound.
Road. She just tried to stop to get gas. This pursuit started way back on about Memorial and Western. Missed several stop sticks. Almost ran into some police cars. Ran around a semi. She's not stopping for anything but gas. Looks like, and we're still continuing. Looks like she's going to go northbound here. Got her turn signal on.
James,
we're on Waterloo Road.
James, do you have any indication of why she got fidgety there at the gas station? It seriously looked like she was going to gas up at Waterloo and Sooner.
Yeah, there was a police car pulled up behind her.
That'll do
so
it.
She got out there pretty fast. We don't know if it's Oklahoma City or Edmond. It looked like this thing started we're getting reports that may be a stolen vehicle, or it has a paper tag on it, so nobody can confirm that right now.
Are we on Coltrane North?
She is just out on for a ride here. She's it's gone from high speed to slow speed to I need to stop and get gas to I've missed stop sticks, almost ran over a police officer, and now she's just kind of driving slow speed northbound here. I think we're on Coltrane, Kelly.
I think that's probably right. Coltrane northbound from Waterloo.
Looks like we're turning here. I'm not sure what street that is. Maybe Country Oaks.
Yeah, she's off
Looks
on
like
the
she may be trying to get home or something here, but after she stopped to get a little gas. She got a little fidgety back there getting gas. Police car pulled in behind her. Air One's still over the scene monitoring the situation. Oklahoma City cars have held way back. I've not even seen any of those close by now. Let's see what she's going to do here. Turning back northbound here. I'm not sure what street that's on. We're up here in Edmond now. Northbound. Again, this lady has driven past stop sticks, almost rammed into some police cars. A semi had her blocked in at one time. She went around that and has gone from high speeds to, again, we're down to slow speeds. And at one time, if you just joined us, she stopped back there to get gas. And a police car pulled up behind her. Now she's off at it again.
And this is in the far north Edmond area, north of Waterloo, between Coltrane and I-35, to give you an idea of where it is. And it looks like we got some lights behind her now.
Now she knows it's on. Yeah, this is, as Amanda mentioned, Waterloo, between Sooner and Coltrane. This has been going on since 5:45.
Northbound on Coltrane. Looks like, I don't know if this is county or Edmond police behind her, but she definitely knows somebody's behind her now.
She's back on Coltrane, you're saying now, headed north?
Yeah, we're getting reports this may be the Logan County Sheriff Department following behind here. Northbound on Coltrane. Yeah, her speed's picking back
speed's
up.
picking up,
There's
blew
a
right
police
through.
car behind her now.
Yeah.
She ran a stop sign there.
Four-way stop.
Speed's getting back up here. And who knows, she may be fixing to run out of gas after she stopped for gas back there a short while ago.
Was that Simmons Road she just passed through, or we're not that far north yet, are we?
We're northbound. We're coming up on John Deere on Coltrane.
Okay, folks, this is north of Edmond, between Edmond and Guthrie on Coltrane.
It will be north of Simmons Road. If she's about to approach John Deere Avenue, that is north of Simmons Road.
Yeah, that's correct, Amanda. We're north of Simmons, just past John Deere, it looks like, and still continuing northbound on Coltrane. Logan County Sheriff Department, what we're understanding, is behind her now. Air One's still overhead, and she doesn't appear to be stopping.
But not going that fast either.
She's not going that fast. She may be getting low on gas. You know, she stopped back there to get some gas a little while ago. We've got some traffic coming up in front of her. Go slow her down a little bit. Let's see what happens here.
You have to be wondering what is going through her mind right now, as this chase has now been going on for longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah, coming up on
I
Simpson.
think at one time she probably thought she had got away there, because even stopping to get gas back there. I don't think she knew any law enforcement was still around. Yeah, she's not stopping for this vehicle either. Still northbound on Coltrane. If I get a cross street here for you, I'll give you
I
one.
think we're at Simpson, or if this may be Simpson right here.
She's going to get onto a gravel road here. Let's see if she maintains control. Gravel road and mud coming up, looks like. She isn't driving that fast. Looks like it's still slow speeds. Air 1 still overhead. Deputy sheriff car behind her here. She's coming up on some rough terrain.
This is still northbound on Coltrane, just past Simpson Road.
I think this road is supposed to be closed through here. I hadn't seen any signs yet, but she's continuing northbound. This is Coltrane,
Right,
northbound.
and it will go.
Coltrane through that, it's gravel here, so I don't know if she'll lose control or not going through here, but it's pretty rough.
It'll go for a couple more miles before it gets to Guthrie Lake, and it'll split off.
That's true, Kelly. I can see Guthrie Lake up there on the horizon, and she's about 2 miles south of that. We'll see what happens when we get up that way. This road is pretty rough all the way up that way. She's handling it with no problem so far. Air 1 still overhead. I think this is Logan County. I'm not for sure. But again, this pursuit's been going on for almost an hour now.
Yeah.
They've had her almost stopped a couple of times. She stopped to get gas and then was spooked off. Let's see which way she goes here. Going back westbound. I think that's...
That may be Simpson Road, westbound Simpson Road, possibly. Now we have several different law enforcement vehicles behind her trying to stop her. And James, is Air 1 still up as well?
Air 1 was. I was just communicating with Air 1. We're headed back westbound, and I wish I could tell you what road it. I think it's Blind Lemon or something like that. Westbound from Coltrane. Got a couple of other police cars joined in the pursuit here.
Looks like
Air 1 still overhead. They've been chasing her for almost an hour now. Again, past stop sticks, almost ramming police cars, and Air 1's been following her along here. Oklahoma City terminated the pursuit. Air 1 stayed in contact. Looks like we got about 3 cars now. Boy, she's not slowing down for nothing.
Looks like you could be on Forest Hills Road now. It would either be Forest Hills Road or Seward Road, but I believe you're on Forest Hills Road.
Okay, thank you, Amanda. She's still westbound here. Air 1's still overhead. And we got 3, looks like deputy sheriffs here in pursuit now.
Can you give us an estimate on how fast this car is going? It doesn't look too fast from what we're seeing.
No, she's about 45 miles an hour, but again, she's not yielding for the police there. She's not stopping at all. We're coming up on a 4-way stop here. Let's see what happens. Got a few a few other cars up here, the 4-way stop sign.
Yeah, when she gets to Western, she's going to have to turn left or right, because that's where it dead ends.
It looks like her speed's picking up a little bit now that she's coming up on this intersection. Let's see what happens.
Folks, this started at about 5:35 in the area around Memorial and Western. Pursuit with this vehicle. Ooh,
Oh, my goodness.
Goes a little bit airborne
Oh, she's
there.
about to lose
Oh,
control.
gonna
She's
lose
losing
it.
control. Yeah, she lost control there for a minute.
But it looks
she
like
went
her car's still
airborne,
mobile.
ran that stop sign, went airborne, and lost control here. Let's see if police are able to take her in custody.
She's not giving it, boy. They
Oh, she just
squeezed
rammed the
her
police
in.
car in front of her.
She was trying to get out of there. They're out with their guns drawn.
They are. I think she disabled her car by running into that deputy's truck. Looks like they're going to take her in custody here.
Strange chase.
Okay, buddy, got you.
A very strange end to a chase that went from the South Edmond area down Oklahoma City back up to Edmond, and it has ended right here about 40 minutes after it started.
At one point on I-35, as she was heading northbound toward Edmond, it appeared that she thought that she was in the clear on this deal and was driving slower than most of the traffic around her who were passing her She got up to Sooner and Waterloo and actually pulled into a gas station looking like she was going to gas up again and maybe head on home for the night when an officer pulled in to the same gas station and she took off, and that has ended about 3 miles from there with her being boxed in by Logan County authorities, it looks like.
That was the most bizarre things that happened after a chase, or during a chase, stopping to get gas. Okay, I want to bring back in James Albertson. James, we're watching the end of this chase, all unfolding live right here on News 9. They have her into custody. James, give us an update out there from what you're seeing.
Hey, it looks like we're just west of Broadway. And again, police took her in custody. If you just missed it, she ran a four-way stop sign, went airborne, lost control, ran into the deputy's truck there in front of her, and you can see the front end damage on her car, disabled her car. They were able to take her in custody. After, like you said, Amanda, a very bizarre pursuit. Reporting live from Bob Mills, Sky News 9, James Albertson, back to you.
James, you've been on chases before. Have you ever seen one quite like this one where the person who was being pursued apparently thought they were in the clear?
Kelly, I have not. I was in law enforcement for about 30-some years, and I never had anybody stop to get gas like that. That was pretty interesting. But I think Oklahoma City did the safe thing, terminated the pursuit way back then. She thought she was clear and stopped to get gas, and then another police officer pulled up behind her. That's when she took off again. But yeah, very bizarre. Stopped to get gas in a pursuit.
We're still not exactly sure what sparked the chase to begin with, whether it was a traffic citation, whether the vehicle didn't belong to her, or what had occurred there, but it never really got up to breakneck speeds, but it did get dangerous a time or two when she weaved in between police officers. And then down at the construction site at I-44 and Broadway Extension, that is just a mess down there right now. She weaved through there and caused all kinds of trouble with stop sticks flying and everything else.
A semi tried to stop her from eluding police, but that didn't work. She whipped around the semi and then went back up I-35. But you can see Oklahoma City Police also there on the scene as this ended in northern Edmond, probably on the probably North Logan County.
Yeah.
Oklahoma County, Logan County line. She would try to get out of there too. James, did she put up a fight when police got her out of the car?
No, besides ramming the deputy sheriff's truck, she looked like she gave up pretty peacefully. I'm sure she was pretty shaken up. She went airborne through that four-way stop sign there before she wiped out, so that probably got her attention a little bit there, and she gave up pretty peacefully.
Did a 180 into the trees there, and then when it looked like it was all over, decided to make one last go at it and charged ahead into one of the Logan County deputies' trucks there, and that shut her down. And they got out with their guns drawn and took her into custody. Strange.
Yeah, she's been boxed in a couple of times.
Yes, she has.
3 times the charm. She wasn't able to get away from this one, and they got her in custody now. But wow, what a bizarre incident all the way across North Oklahoma City, north on I-35 through Edmond here. Pretty exciting.
We'll be interested to hear what the background is on this, on how it all started and why she was so intent on getting away.
The good news, nobody else hurt in this. We will update you definitely on News 9 at 10.